video the ambience, video a shower everywhere for Lagos, for this supply, everywhere na shower. Pour me water. Come let's one Nigerian girls na shower in the two. Video them.
For us to have a good and safe community, we need to first change here. The way we think, the way we see situations. That's the only way we're going to move forward. And I want to point out some things in this video. Usually when I come across videos like this, I just scroll past it, but there was a comment he made. He said, "It be like say every girl in Nigeria be a shawo." And that drew me to the comment section. I really wanted to see how people felt about this. And there were hundreds of messages. Now, majority of the people who were commenting on these videos were men. And a lot of women also, they were all laughing kiki kakaka. And I wondered what was funny exactly, because this is a perfectly clear example of double standards. We are not supposed to address men a certain kind of way and say all men, which I never do that, because it's always some men, right? But in the commentary section, just a handful of men stood up for them. I am genuinely curious, what exactly is funny in that statement though? A lot of the men who thought this video was funny have mothers, have sisters, have daughters. And do you realize that it be like say every woman be a shower for Nigeria is a representation of every single woman? Statements like that cancel all the hard work the majority of women do to stay afloat. So if we're supposed to change the mindset of people, we point fingers when women say all men get angry, and when men do the same, no one reacts. Why is that? I'm very curious why that is. But one thing is definitely clear in this video is that every single woman in this country has been called ashawo at one point or the other. The first time I got called an ashawo, I was 7. I was called that by small boys. Now, in a functional society, it is not our duty as women to keep calling men out. Men say they're leaders, so lead the masses. When you see people acting out of character or mistreating women or mistreating boys, it doesn't even matter. Your job as an individual is to speak on it, is to react to it, not push the narrative and laugh about it because everything is so funny. You're supposed to educate people on how to change the way they think. And because we're so comfortable with this behavior, people are not seeing how damaging it is. And you guys have to admit, even if you comment on this video, you have to admit at one point in time, you have called a woman a shower, either out of anger, either you guys were having a fight, either whatever the case might be, you have. And that is such an unfair statement to make, because it discredits everything every other good person is doing. The only way we're going to change society is if we see things and correct them. If not, trust me, we're going to go downhill. We're never going to rise. We're going to keep going down, and we need to change this. Now, my second point. Now, too, when we speak about road workers, right? This is one of the oldest occupations in history. At no point in time should we ever glamorize being a street worker, and it is one of the most dangerous occupations to have. Everybody in Nigeria knows that there are certain streets, if you go to, you see them there. And my first reaction always to these girls on the street is not, oh my God, what are they doing out there? Is, oh my God, I feel pity for them. We live in a society that our leaders do not care about the masses. They don't care if you eat. They don't care if you're sleeping comfortably. They don't care to fix the insecurities. They don't care about none of that. So when I see girls like this, a lot of people, unfortunately, the country is full of, the majority of Nigeria is full of people who don't really have money like that, right? And what is even more unfortunate is that they keep making more babies all the time, making children without direction, making children without a plan, just creating them. And somebody made a statement one time. They said the only reason they keep making babies is that their activity, what they do, is the only free thing they can handle. It is free. Even if you told them protect yourself, do you realize how expensive protection is? And protection is never 100%. Let's be real about that. So in a society where we do not have the basic infrastructures for kids to even get the basic education, most of those girls, if you talk to any one of those girls, you will realize that those girls can't even speak proper English. That means that they might not even have passed primary 6, if at all they got to primary 6. And you see, now we are filled with a world full of people that don't have great educations, and even those who get the educations lack opportunities when they come out of school. Like, let's be realistic. Instead of shaming people, let's talk about why this is actually happening at this rate. And let's not even be blinded to the fact that a lot of families, some families, let's say some, let's not say a lot, they actually push their girl children to the streets. Let's not be blinded at that, because we see it happen. A lot of parents look at their children. I mean, you have a child, let's be realistic. You have a child who just came out of school, right? And you expect them to magically be providers. How? A lot of parents see children do a lot of funny business and they do not correct it. So my question is, how do you wholeheartedly see that, and instead of feeling sympathy or empathy, you go directly to shame? Let's shame the girl child on the road. Do you know what it is to stand on the road? Do you know how unsafe it is to be on that road? Those street workers don't even have a choice of how much they are paid, or they can't even control if they don't end up in body bags. A lot of them get on in the process of standing on that road, and you go to shame. You shame them, but you can't even help them, because how many of them would you help? Nigeria is already tagged as a beggy country. Like, let's be clear about that. Everywhere we go, someone is begging. How many people can you save on your average salary? You can't. If those same people come out of those streets and say, please help us, half the time a lot of men will say, well, I will help you, but come rub one out. Do you understand? I know a lot of crazy things happen in this country, but we cannot lose our empathy completely. We can't close our eyes and say, oh, because it happens every day, we should just, instead of shaming those girls, speak to the government to try to create better opportunities for them. And please, let's not forget, prostitution exists because there is a high demand for it. I have never seen a woman pick up another woman on the street. I've never seen it personally. Maybe it exists, I don't know. But if there is no demand from the same men, they wouldn't be there. And yes, from your video, it looks like a large number of people, but I didn't see more than 100 people there. But you cannot shame females in general and label them as prostitutes because it suits your narrative, all in the name of chasing clout, all in the name of creating content for the masses. Like, let's be real. It will forever be painful to be called names when that name does not represent your person. And this is why some men also feel offended when things are thrown at them, because it doesn't represent them also. When it comes to cases between men and women, and I will keep creating awareness to this, ask yourself one question too. Are you also being biased? Especially those people who comment like, oh, you're being biased. What about you? What is your contribution to fixing the society? How many platforms have you raised to create awareness to what goes on, what truly goes on in society? And we need to also be very, very mindful of skits makers who take serious situations and turn them into jokes. Not everything is a joke. I know, because of the suffering in this country, sometimes we need an outlet to laugh and just play around, but not every topic is a joke. It makes it so bad because when we see videos sometimes online, we can't even tell anymore if they are real or if they are staged. Like, I need to be able to differentiate between reality and stage. Please, let's all try. I will bring awareness to more topics. I hope you guys bear and just learn something, and let's try to fix ourselves, please.